Hello and welcome everyone to week 11 of the invigorating series. Today we're going to do some new poses, so you need a bolster or something that resembles a bolster, so approximately that length, and make sure it's also quite thick. You need a couple of bricks, you need blocks, and you need a chair. We're going to hold inversions for longer, and of course you need a belt for some of the poses. I'm also sitting on a support, so let's get started. Sit with your legs crossed in the middle of the mat. Have your toes pointing forward. Press the legs down and stretch your spine. So I'm sitting on my blanket here. You might need more support to stretch your spine. When you lift your hands up, you should be able to feel the stretch from the bottom of the spine through the dorsal spine towards the crown of the head. So lift your hands up to the ceiling, stretch the sides of the body, but keep pressing the legs down. Release the shoulders back and down. And now when you release the hands down, keep your chest lifting. Place your palms at the sternum bone. The thumb is pushing into the sternum bone. Push the chest into the thumb and move your dorsal in again. And now close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Breathe through the nose and inhale, exhale. Keep lifting the chest and release the shoulders down. And now take a deep inhalation. And now extend the back of the neck, bow your head, release the hands down onto your thighs. Inhale, lift your neck, your head. Exhale and open your eyes. Come to standing, stand in the middle of the mat in Tadasana. So feet together, big toes touching. Press your inner legs together, so your inner ankles, your inner calf, your inner thighs together. Keep lifting the chest up, and now stretch your arms out to the side. Turn your palms to face the ceiling and lift your hands up in Urdhvahastasana. So keep stretching the side of the trunk, lift your chest, take the hands by your ears, and now tuck the buttocks in, waist back, keep the legs in Tadasana. So you see how much more you can stretch your arms up this week. Keep working on releasing the shoulders down. So create space between your neck and your shoulders. And now take your hands down, interlock your fingers in front of you and roll the palms out. Look at your elbows now, so see if they are moving towards each other. Release the shoulders back and down, and now lift your palms up to the ceiling. So baddhanguliyasana, keep releasing the shoulders down, inner elbows towards each other. Your legs are still in Tadasana, so keep pressing the kneecaps into the knee. Keep lifting the chest. Keep tucking the buttocks in. And now last of all, stretch the sides of the body by taking the palms up to the ceiling. And now release the palms down, undo the interlock, and let's do the other interlock. So the index finger of your right palm, one down. So it's the less comfortable interlock now. And now roll the palms out again, bring your inner elbows in, and lift your hands up to the ceiling. So stretch the sides of the body again, lift your chest, tuck the buttocks in again. Press the kneecaps into the knee. Keep pressing the feet into the mat. Lift the hands up. Now when you look at your fingers, they should be parallel to the ceiling, to the sky. So keep lifting the hands. And now release the shoulders back and down. So keep the space between the neck and the shoulders. Keep lifting the chest, tuck the buttocks in. And now release the hands down and stretch your hands down in Tadasana. And now from there, we're going to Gomukhasana arms. So take your right palm, turn it to the ceiling, and now lift your right hand up to the ceiling, bend the right elbow, and now bring the right hand onto the right elbow, press the hand down the back. So have your elbow moving towards your ear and behind it, and see if you can keep the palm there. And now stretch the left arm up and to the side, roll the shoulder forward. So roll the left shoulder forward before you take the hand back. And now see if you can clasp. So you've got your belt there. You've got your belt there if it's not possible. So keep lifting the right elbow up towards the ceiling, the left elbow down. Release the shoulders down, keep lifting the chest. See if you can hold the pose for longer. Keep tucking the buttocks in. The legs are still in Tadasana. And now release. And let's do the other hand. So roll the left palm up to the ceiling. Bring the left hand up. Bend the left elbow and hold the left elbow with the right hand. See if you can take the palm down the back. And now take the right arm up and to the side, roll the right shoulder forward. And now see if you can clasp. So you've got your belt there. We've practiced that pose quite a lot. So see if you can clasp this time. And have your knuckles pushing into the chest. Your legs are still in Tadasana legs. So keep your left elbow up towards the ceiling. Right elbow down. Release the shoulders down. Keep your legs in Tadasana. And now release the palms, stretch them to the side, and come back to Tadasana. Let's try and do it again today. So this time with the belt. So have your belt on the right shoulder, stretch your arms out to the side. So remember, you're still in Tadasana. So legs in Tadasana, press the kneecaps into the knee, and lift the chest up. Turn your right palm towards the ceiling, and now bend the right elbow up towards the ceiling, and see if you can take the right hand down the belt. So hold the belt, and now stretch the left arm out to the side, roll the left shoulder forward, and if you can't clasp, hold the belt. So you're working with the belt, wriggling the hands up and down the belt, and see if you can clasp finally, using the belt as support. So remember, we're using props as an extension of our bodies. So it's not an impediment to your practice. It should be the extension of your practice. And let's try the left side. So have the belt on the left shoulder, stretch your arms out to the side, and now turn your left palm up to the ceiling, bend the left elbow up towards the ceiling, and now bring the elbow towards the dorsal spine. So down the back, down the belt, and now take the right hand out to the side, roll the right shoulder forward, and see if you can work with the belt. So climbing your palms up and down the belt until you can clasp. And again, use the belt to your advantage. So be honest in your practice. Keep your legs in Tadasana, and now release the arms out and down to Tadasana. So stretch your arms out, stretch your arms down, lift your chest, and now put the belt away, and we're going to paschima namaskarasana. So stretch your arms out to the side, and now roll the shoulders forward. Take your palms behind the back, so join the palms behind the back. See if you can move them away from the trunk, and now roll the fingers up the back and wriggle your hands up the back. So take them in between the shoulder blades, so keep wriggling them up, and see if you can join the palms. So press the palms into the dorsal spine, push the chest forward, take the waist back, tuck the buttocks in, keep your legs in Tadasana. So throughout all these poses, your legs are still in Tadasana. The kneecaps are pressing into the knee. Your inner legs are pressing into each other. Keep lifting the chest, release the shoulders down, and see if you can move the palms up the back some more. So keep the pose, keep lifting the chest, keep your legs straight. Chest is lifting, roll the shoulders back and down. So keep the hands moving up the back, pressing into the chest. So see how long you can keep the pose. Lifting the chest, staying in Tadasana. And now release the hands out to the sides and come back to Tadasana. And now we're moving to konasana. So you can see I've got my brick there on the right side of the mat. Take your hands to your chest, bend your knees, and now jump or step your legs wide. Keep your palms stretching out to the sides, and now turn the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out. Keep your right heel in line with the left instep. And now push your left hip towards the right hip, stretch the right arm up to the ceiling. So already we're stretching the side of the trunk, and keep that stretch throughout the pose. The left hand is stretching to the side, and now with that, stretch to konasana on the right. Place your hand onto the brick, onto the support. So have as much support as you can to keep that stretch, and now bring the left hand up to the ceiling. You're pressing your hand into the support. That will help you turn the chest up towards the ceiling as well. Keep your legs straight and move the shoulders away from the neck. And as you can see, the hands are on top of each other, and keep the head in line with the spine. So your spine is one line, the chest is turning. So keep turning the chest to the ceiling. And see again how much you can keep that pose. Keep working on that pose, so keep stretching the trunk to the side. And now from there, leading with the left hand, come up. And let's go to the other side. So take the brick to the left side of the mat, behind your ankle. Place your hands on your hips a minute, and now turn your right foot in and the whole of the left leg out. So keep your left heel in line with the right instep. Push your right hip forward towards the left hip, and now stretch your arms out to the side. Lift your left arm up to the ceiling. So stretch the left side of the trunk. Keep your right hand stretched to the side. And now with that, stretch the trunk to the left. Place your hand on the support. So keep that stretch in the trunk. Right hand up to the ceiling. Keep your legs straight. Keep stretching the trunk to the left. And now pressing into the support, lift your chest. And now move the shoulders away from the neck. Keep your head in line with the spine. So right hand up to the ceiling, left hand is pressing into the brick. Keep stretching the chest forward. The sides of the body are stretching equally. So the left side and the right side and the left side of the trunk are stretching equally. See how much you can hold the pose, turning the chest to the ceiling. And now leading with the right hand, come up, stretch your arms to the side and turn your feet to face forward, jump back or step back to Tadasana. And you need a brick again for the next pose for paschima konasana. So again, bring the hands to your chest, bend your knees and jump or step your legs wide. So go wider than in the previous pose. And now turn the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out. So again, right heel in line with the left instep and stretch the sides of the body. From the very beginning, keep the chest lifting. And now tuck your buttocks in. And now bend your right knee, swing your trunk to the brick. So again, have enough brick to be able to turn. As you can see, the brick is a bit high for me, so I need to take the brick lower. Press the palm, and now I can stretch the side of the body more, turning the chest. Press the right knee into the elbow, the right buttock in. So right knee back, right buttock in, turn the chest to face the ceiling. So press your palm into the support. And now last of all, turn the left arm in the socket and stretch it to the right. So as you can see, it's a stretch of the whole side of the trunk. The left side of the trunk is stretching. Have your hand by your ear. And now drop the hips some more if you can. Your shin is vertical in this pose. Press the left thigh back. And keep the pose for as long as you can. Pushing that right knee into the elbow, right buttock in. Keep stretching the left side of the trunk. And now leading with the left hand, come up. And take your brick to the left. So again, just have your hands onto your hips a minute, have your legs wide. And now turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out, have your left heel in line with the right instep. So have your legs wide, so you can keep the shin vertical. And now stretch the arms out to the side. Turn the chest to face forward, tuck your buttocks in, and now bend the left knee, make a square, and now swing your trunk to the left. So see if your chest is turning, take your support higher if you need to. Right hand up to the ceiling. Press the right foot into the mat, right thigh back, and now press the left knee into the elbow, left buttock in. And now turn the arm in the socket and stretch the right hand to the left, turning the chest at the same time. So keep pressing the left hand into the support, keep stretching the whole right side of the trunk. And now see if you can go down with the hips some more without sinking in the thigh. So the thigh is still pressing back. Your right hand is by your ear. And keep pushing that left knee into the left elbow, left buttock in. So stay in the pose, turning the chest to the ceiling. And now inhale, come up and come back to the center. And we won't need the support for the next pose, but keep the hands stretched to the side. Turn the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out. We're going to Virabhadrasana 2. So bend the knee, make a square, but keep your trunk vertical this time. So go down with the hips so your shin can be vertical. Turn the chest to face forward. And again, tuck the buttocks in, lift the chest up, waist back, and go down with the hips. And now inhale, come up. See if you can hold the hands, stretch to the sides. And now turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out. Keep the alignment of the heel and the instep. Turn the trunk to face forward. And now bend the left knee and make a square. Drop the hips, keep the shin vertical. The trunk is vertical as well. Turn the chest, stretch your arms to the side and keep the chest lifting. So see if you can go down a bit more and hold the pose. And now inhale, face your feet forward and take your hands to your hips and jump or step your legs together. Okay. So just be in Tadasana, lift your chest. So just remind yourself about stretching the sides of the trunk. Remember Tadasana in every pose. That's why we keep coming back to Tadasana, to remind ourselves that in every pose you should keep that alignment of the chest, tuck the buttocks in, release the shoulders down, and keep your legs firm. So this is the alignment you need for the poses. And let's go to Virabhadrasana 1 now. So hands to your chest, bend your knees, and now jump or step your legs wide. So as wide as in the previous pose. And now turn the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out, and you're turning the trunk to the right knee. So now your left hip is turning. Keep the left leg pressing back, open the back of the knee, and press the heel down. And now with that, stretch the arms up to the ceiling. So now bend the right knee and make a square. Keep the buttocks tucked in. Keep the chest turning towards the right knee. The left leg is still straight. Keep lifting the trunk, but go down with the hips. And now inhale, come up. Keep your hands up if you can. And now turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out. So if you can't turn the hip at all, you can have the legs a little bit closer to each other, but keep turning the hips. The right hip forward, and now lift the chest up, bend the left knee, and make a square. So keep lifting the chest, tuck the buttocks in, keep stretching the hands up to the ceiling. And now see if you can go down to keep the shin vertical and drop the hips a little bit more. So remember the trunk is turning towards the bent leg, the right leg is still pressing back. And now inhale, come up, stretching the hands up to the ceiling. And now take the hands down and have them on your hips. So let's try that again. And this time see if you can turn the hips some more. So take the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out, and now take the left hip forward. So you're actually turning from the thigh. You need to activate the thigh as well. The thigh is turning from inner to outer for the hip to turn. But don't take the leg all the way to Adhomukha Svanasana leg. So like this. Keep it at an angle. Keep it at 60 degrees. And now turn the hip. So it becomes a bit more challenging. And now last of all, turn the trunk. And now let's do the hips first. So bend the knee, make a square, and now from there, lift your hands up to the ceiling. So press the buttocks in, turn the chest to the bent knee. So see if you can go down. Take the hands back by your ears and keep the pose for as long as you can. And now inhale, come up, keep your hands up. And now take your hands down onto your hips. So now turn the right foot in, so keep it at an angle. Keep the outer foot pressing down, the whole of the left leg out. And now turn the right hip forward. So remember, you're turning from the thigh, from inner to outer. And now turn the trunk towards the left leg with your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee and make a square. And now stretch your arms up to the ceiling. So keep lifting the chest. Keep stretching the sides of the trunk. Hands up to the ceiling. Right knee is pressing into the kneecap. Bend the left knee and see if you can go down a bit more. Turn the chest to the bent leg. So go up with the trunk, drop the hips. Keep the pose for as long as you can. And now inhale, come up and jump your legs together. Come back to Tadasana. The next pose we're doing is padottanasana. So let me demonstrate it because today we're doing it with hands in Namaste. So we've done paschima namaskarasana already at the beginning of the session. So standing in Tadasana, you're taking your hands up to Namaste. And then we're going to the pose. So first, the trunk halfway down, and then, if you can, all the way to the knee. So here the hips are level, your hands are pressing into the back, both legs are straight. Okay, so let's do it together. Start from Tadasana in the middle of the mat. And now stretch your arms out to the side, roll your shoulders forward, and now take your hands back to Namaste, roll your fingers up and wriggle your hands up the back. So see how far you can go this time. Clasp your hands, clasp your palms. The palms are touching each other, so the heel of the palm should be pressing into the other palm. And now take your legs wide, stretch your chest up to the ceiling, so press your hands into the dorsal spine, tuck your buttocks in again, keep your legs straight, and now turn the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out, so turn the left hip forward, turn the chest to face the right leg, keep the leg straight, lift the chest, tuck the buttocks in, and now from there go halfway down. So halfway down to start with, stretch the trunk forward. Press your palms into the back and look straight ahead. So keep your legs straight, waist back, and now inhale, come up. Turn your feet to face forward. And let's go the other way. So turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out, stretch the legs. So keep the legs straight, stretch the back of the right leg. And now turn the right hip forward, turn the trunk to the left leg. Keep lifting the chest up, tuck the buttocks in, and now stretch the trunk forward. So keep stretching the side of the trunk, keep your hips level, so take the right hip forward, keep the leg straight, and now look straight ahead. Press the hands into the dorsal spine, and now inhale, come up. Turn your feet to face forward. And if you can't do it at all, hold your hands in paschima baddhanguliyasana. Okay, so this is another pose we've done already. So let's do it again. This time with the hands in paschima baddhanguliyasana. So again, you're stretching the side of the trunk, going halfway down, releasing the shoulders down. So keep the legs straight. And again, inhale, come up. Let's do the other side. Turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out. Stretch your chest up to the ceiling. Hold the elbows the other way. Turn your right hip forward and now stretch the trunk forward again. So going halfway down. So keep holding the elbows, lift your chest forward and keep looking straight ahead. The legs are still straight. And now inhale, come up. Turn the feet to face forward. And if you can't do it at all, you can hold the wrist. So if you're turning to the right, you hold the If you're turning to the right, you're holding the right wrist because your trunk needs to turn to the right. So you're holding the right wrist behind you, and then again you can take the legs. And then again you can take the trunk forward. So keep stretching the hands back, stretching the sides of the trunk, and releasing the shoulders down. And now inhale, come up. And now we're going to the left. So hold the left wrist, turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out, and stretch the hands behind you. Release the shoulders back and down. Tuck your toes under, lift your chest, waist back, and now go to the side. So your trunk is facing the left leg. So you can draw the left wrist towards the right so you can turn the trunk some more. And now inhale, come up. So if you're holding the elbows, if you're holding the wrists, don't go all the way down. And if you can, take the palms to paschima namaskarasana. up the back, we're going to go all the way down. So have your legs wide, turn your left foot in, the whole of the right leg out, and keep stretching the chest up, pressing the hands into the dorsal spine. Turn your left hip forward, turn the trunk towards the right leg, and now go halfway down. Keep your hips level, so keep releasing the left hip down, and now see if you can go all the way down. So your trunk is stretching along the leg, and the head is going to the knee. So press the palms into the back, keep your legs straight, and now inhale, come up, turn your feet to face forward. Now we're going to the left, turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out, and turn the right hip forward. Keep the right leg straight, stretch the chest up to the ceiling, tuck your buttocks in, and go halfway down of the trunk. And now see if you can release the trunk all the way down towards the leg. So stretch the waist towards the leg, the chest, and last of all the head. Keep pressing the palms into the dorsal. Keep your legs straight. And now inhale, come up. Face your feet forward, release the hands, and jump or step your legs together. The next pose is Prasarita Padottanasana, so start with Tadasana in the middle of the mat, and now bring your hands to your chest, jump or step your legs wide. So take your legs as wide as the mat, and now place your hands onto your hips, lift the chest, so start lifting the front body from the pubic bone towards the breastbone, and now roll the shoulders back and down. You can transfer your hands onto your waist now and take the elbows back. So now release the body halfway down, place your hands onto the floor. So if you can't reach the floor, take your blocks, place the hands onto the blocks. Start with the concave back. When your back is concave, you can see that the dorsal is moving in. Your buttocks are in line with the heels. So have your back concave to start with, release the shoulders back and down. And now from there, take your trunk towards the floor. So you're leading the trunk of the breastbone. Take the hands in line with your feet. And now start releasing the trunk down. So your head is on the floor. Press the feet into the mat and bring your elbows towards each other. Release the shoulders away from the neck and keep pressing the inner legs into the outer legs. So keep the kneecaps lifting, move the buttocks up. And now inhale, come up. So let's try that once more. And let's bring the legs closer to each other, because it's also about extending the trunk. So Prasarita Padottanasana means wide-legged pose, but it's also about stretching the sides of the trunk. So take the trunk down. If you can't reach for the floor, take your support, otherwise take the head down, bring your elbows in, and keep the legs wide. So keep the pose for a couple of breaths, releasing the shoulders down, press the outer feet down, and keep your legs straight. So your kneecaps are lifting. And now inhale and come up. Come back to concave back. Keep your legs straight. Press your hands into the floor, bend your knees, and now jump or step your legs together. So come back to Tadasana. Now let's go to Adhomukha Svanasana. So we need space at the front of the mat. Place your hands on your hips, and now bend your trunk halfway down. Bend your knees, place your hands on the mat, and walk your hands forward. So keep the legs where they are. Separate the feet hip width apart. If you need to go wider, walk your legs back. Press the feet down, and now lift the buttocks up and press the thighs back. Press onto your hands and take the trunk back towards the thighs. So your ears are in line with the arms. roll the upper arm out. You're pressing the palms firmly into the floor and pressing the legs into the floor. So keep the heels pressing, and now bend the knees. And if you can, jump or walk your legs forward. So we're going to uttanasana now. Concave back. And again, if you can't reach, have your support. So keep your hands onto your blocks. Keep your back concave. Keep your legs straight. So see if you can cup your fingers if again you're not quite there. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. And now see if you can go down onto the floor. So release the trunk down. Otherwise stay with your back concave. And now inhale again. Place your hands in front of you, underneath your shoulders, and now jump back, walk back to Adhomukha Svanasana. So heels down, lift your hips up, keep your legs firm. So press your thighs back, and now see if you can walk back with your hands to uttanasana again. So lift your buttocks up, and now roll the shoulders back and down. So concave back, and then again, see if you can go to the full pose. So releasing the trunk down, releasing your head down. Move the shoulders away from the neck. And now inhale and come up. And now we're going to Adhomukha Paschimottanasana. So you need your chair. We're going to sit on the edge of the chair, front edge of the chair, and you'll need a bolster. Okay, so anything resembling a bolster, it can be a pillow or anything that can give you support. So this is what the pose looks like. You're hooking your buttocks onto the chair seat and your heels are tucked into the mat. The toes are lifting up to the ceiling. Your kneecaps are lifting. And you need your support to extend the trunk forward. So this resembles Paschimottanasana, but it gives you a little bit more direction when it comes to going forward. So have your heels pushing away from you, toes moving towards you, legs are straight throughout the pose, and your bolster should be on the length of the legs. So extend the trunk forward first, push the chest forward, and then extend the trunk along the bolster. So stay there for a couple of breaths. And move the shoulders away from the neck. And now inhale, come up. And we're going to the sitting poses. So you need your support. Take blocks, any necessary support that you need. We're moving on to sitting poses. So have your support, have 1 or 2 blocks, have your blanket and belt. So we're starting from Dandasana. Loop the belt around the balls of the feet and hold 2 strands of the belt in your hands. Lift the chest up. So press the legs down, have your legs straight, keep lifting the toes up, heels away from you, and push the chest forward now. Release the shoulders back and down, waist back, and now let go of the belt. Lift your hands up to the ceiling. Keep lifting the chest, pressing the buttock bones down. So you're lifting from the hips up towards the tips of the fingers, but your buttock bones are pressing firmly onto your support. And you're pressing the legs down, keep your toes up, heels pushing away from you. And now release and come back to Dandasana. And now you need your block or 2 blocks. So we're going to Virasana now. So have your block in between your ankles. Sit with your knees together. Legs apart, so the ankles are pressing into your support. And now just kneel up a minute, and before you go down, pull the calf flesh back and out. So you've got more space in between your calves and your knees to sit down. If you have any problem or your knees feel uncomfortable, loop the belt behind your knees. Okay, so have your belt behind the knees for protection. You might need to sit higher as well if your knees are hurting. Okay, so I'm sitting higher now with my inner ankles pressing into the support. Place your palms onto the soles of the feet and lift your chest up. So lift your chest up now and lift your hands up to the ceiling. So we're going to Urdhvahastasana again in Virasana. So keep lifting the hands up, shoulders down, lifting the chest. And now release the hands down, but keep lifting the chest. And now see if you can go down. Let me remove the belt. So go down onto your support. So go lower. And again, press the palms into the soles of the feet. And now take your attention to your knees and see if they are pressing towards each other, pressing into each other, but at the same time your shins should be pressing your mat. So keep your shins pressing, so you've got your inner thighs rolling towards the outer thighs and your buttock bones can press firmly into your support. And again, lift your hands up to the ceiling. So keep lifting the hands up, stretching the chest, stretching the sides of the body. And now release the hands down, still lifting the chest. And one last time, let's go down all the way. So you're in Virasana on the floor. See if you can challenge yourself. So you don't have to do it if your knees are too painful. So protect your knees at all times, but see if you can do it after some time of practicing that pose. And this is the pose from the side. So you can see my spine is stretching. And if I now lift my hands up, so you can do it with me now, lift your hands up to the ceiling, stretch the chest up and release the shoulders down. My spine is completely straight. My sacrum, so this area is pressing into the mat, but because my waist is back, the rest of the spine is relatively straight. So see if you can control the movement, pressing your buttocks down and lifting the hands up. Stretch the sides of the body, so lift your hands up some more, release the shoulders down, and now take your hands down, press your palms into the soles of the feet. Keep lifting the chest, waist back, and now roll the shoulders back and down. And now from there, go to Adhomukha Svanasana. So walk your hands forward, take your legs back, tuck your toes under. And one last time, stretch your buttocks up in Adhomukha Svanasana. So press your heels down, press your knees back, and now press onto your hands and take the trunk towards your legs. And last of all, roll the shoulders, roll the upper arm out. And now from there, go to Adhomukha Virasana. So take the knees apart, heels together, and release your buttocks down. So before you go all the way down, cup your fingers and just look straight ahead. So keep stretching the spine, keep stretching the sides of the trunk. And now from there, release the trunk down, still having your fingers cupped. And now last of all, place the palms flat onto the mat. And now separate your fingers, so have your thumbs facing each other and spread the rest of the fingers onto the mat. So press your hands firmly onto the mat and take your forehead down. So press your buttocks down, roll the upper arms out again, press the armpits down, press the buttocks down. Keep lifting your elbows so your hands are straight. And release the whole trunk down. And now inhale and come up. And let's go to padottanasana. So we need support. We need 1 or 2 blocks. Have your blanket. We'll need it for the next pose, which is the next pose after that, which is upavista konasana. But let's start with padottanasana. So have your legs stretched in front of you, toes pointing up, heels moving away from you. Your legs are pressing down. And now hold your inner thighs and take your knees out to the sides. Catch hold of your ankles and bring your heels as close to the perineum as possible. So your bringing your heels towards the groins, and now take your hands back by your hips, lift your pelvis and bring your hips further forward so you can stretch the knees out to the sides. And now let's take the belt, loop the belt around the outer feet, and now hold the belt and press the knees down. So every week we're doing this pose, nearly every week, so you should feel the progress. The knees should be going down more now, so pull onto the belt, lift the chest, release the shoulders down and press the knees down. So keeping the knees down, let go of the belt and now lift the hands up. So it's going to be more difficult now because you have to push the chest forward and press the knees down, lifting the front body up at the same time. So keep moving the knees down, chest lifting, and now release and come down. So now without the belt, interlock the fingers if you can, and insert the interlocked fingers underneath your feet. Lift the chest and again press the knees down. So keep lifting the chest. And now see if you can pull onto the feet to release the knees down some more. And again, from there, let go of the feet and stretch your hands up to the ceiling. So keep lifting the chest, pressing the knees down. Lift the chest up, push the dorsal in. And now release the hands down. Still lifting the chest, the side body is still stretching. And now bend your knees, bring your knees up, stretch the legs in front of you. So now you need to sit lower, ideally on your blanket. Sitting on your blanket, we're going to take the legs wide. So start from Dandasana again, and now hold your inner thighs again. And now, if you can, take the legs wide with straight legs. And take your hands by the hips now, lift your buttocks up and bring your hips forward. So take your support with you. So you're sliding off the support, but you're on the support all the time, lifting the toes up to the ceiling. And again, from there, lift your hands up, toes towards you, heels away from you. So see if you can stretch the trunk up towards the ceiling, lifting the chest up. You're stretching from the pubic bone towards the breastbone. So the whole front body is stretching up, the legs are pressing down. And now we're going to go forward. So have your hands by the hips, open the legs some more if you can, and now go up with your hands. So lift your hands up to the ceiling, turn the palms to face forward, and now take the hands forward. So however much you can, keeping the chest lifted, pushing the dorsal in. And now see if you can hold the toes. So pull on the toes if you can, and lift the chest up. Roll the shoulders back and down. So you're going forward, but at the same time you're pushing the chest forward, pressing the legs down. And now from there, lift your hands up, release the hands down, and bring your legs together. The next pose is Paripurna Navasana. So for this one you need a belt to start with. And let's start with the belt. So loop the belt around the balls of the feet, and now bend your knees, bring your feet towards you. So push your chest forward, and at the same time bring your legs towards your chest. So you're trying to close the gap between the legs and the chest, and now from there go back with your trunk and balance onto the buttocks. Keep your knees moving towards the chest, heels up at 90 degrees. So you're still holding the belt now, and now from there start loosening the belt, straighten the legs, keep pushing the chest forward. So remember your back is concave throughout the pose. So hold the pose with the belt, pushing the heels away, moving the toes towards you. Press the kneecaps into the knee, keep your legs firm. And now from there, let go of the belt and see if you can hold the pose without the belt for as long as you can. So keep lifting the chest up, hands are straight, push the heels away and toes towards you. And now from there, release the pose. So that's Paripurna Navasana. Let's do it again. So again with the belt, bring the knees towards you, as close to the chest as possible. So try to close the gap between the chest and the knees. And now transfer your trunk back. Lift your heels to 90 degrees, still with your knees pressing into the chest. And now loosen the belt, straighten the legs. So press the kneecaps into the knees, push the heels away from you, toes towards you, still holding the belt, concave back, and now let go of the belt and again straighten the hands, legs straight, push the chest forward. So keep breathing and now come back to Dandasana. So that's Paripurna, challenging. We've practiced that before, so keep doing it in your own time as much as you can. Using the belt, and at some point we're going to try without the belt as well. Now we're going to Janushirshasana, so sit on support, sit on one block and a blanket, slide your buttocks towards the front edge of the block and have something for your knee if it's not touching the floor. So hold the right inner thigh and now take the knee out and now hold your ankle and turn the foot, the sole of the foot to face the ceiling. So that turns the inner thigh as well. So have your support for your knee and place the knee onto your support, or you can place it on the floor as well. So again, adjust your props, whatever you need, use for your practice. And now push the inner thigh with your hand. So take the knee beyond the pelvis. So be careful not to slide off your support. The left leg is stretched. And now loop the belt around the leg. And we're going to concave back first. So Urdhvamukha action, concave back, toes up, heels away from you. Press the leg down. So you're turning the trunk now towards the leg. And from there, start lengthening the trunk along the left leg. Last of all, place the head onto the leg and now see if you can touch the heel. The foot. So hold the foot, release the shoulders down, and now pull on the foot again and bring the trunk along the leg. Now your left side will be going down, but your right side needs a bit more awareness. So take your attention to the right side and take it down. So press the right knee down and press the whole side of the trunk down. And now inhale, come up, stretch the legs in front, and we're going to the other side. So I'm going to do the same leg, but you hold the left inner thigh now. So take the left knee out to the side and again turn the left foot up towards the ceiling. So the sole of the foot is facing the ceiling. Place the knee onto the support if you need to. And now push the knee beyond the pelvis. So it's going behind the pelvis, as it were. And now press the right leg into the mat. Loop the belt around the right ball of the foot. Holding the belt, push the chest forward. So concave the back. And now from there, see if you can wriggle your hands up the belt. Still keeping the back concave, releasing the shoulders down, moving the toes up and the heel away from you. So have that right leg pressing down and now release the trunk down onto your leg and last of all the head. So keep pulling onto the foot if you can reach or onto the belt. And remember that while your right side is going down, you need to take your awareness to the left side of the trunk and take it down as well. So both sides of the trunk are lengthening evenly. And now inhale, come up. And now we're going to paschima uttanasana. So both legs straight. So have the legs hip width apart to start with. Loop the belt around the balls of the feet. And now concave back, so push the chest forward, sliding slightly off the support, but stay on your support, so you're on the front edge of the support. Your buttock bones are pressing firmly down. So hold each strand of the belt in one hand, and now from there go to concave back. So push the chest forward, move the sacrum in, press the legs down, and now from there again, lengthen the chest, see if you can hold the feet, and last of all, go down. So take your hands out to the side and stretch the trunk along the legs. So push the legs down, move the shoulders away from the neck. And now inhale and come up, and let's bring the legs together now. So now see if you can hold the toes, keeping the back concave. So push the chest forward and push the sacrum in. Keep the legs down, and now hold the outer feet. Again, pushing the chest forward, keep the back concave. And from there, start lengthening the waist along the legs and then the chest. Release the shoulders down and keep lengthening the trunk. And now inhale, come up and come back to Dandasana. And now we're going to Marichyasana 1. So start from Dandasana and now hold the back of the thigh, bring the knee towards you, and now hold the shin, lift the chest and stretch it along the knee. So the right foot is by its own buttocks, the left leg is stretching in front of you. I'm going to use the belt for this one as well. To start with, concave back, pull on the belt and bring your chest through your inner right leg. So the elbow is on the inner side of the shin of the knee. Press the chest forward and now see if you can lengthen. Hold the foot if you can. Again, keep lengthening, keep looking up. So as much as you can, stay in the concave position for as long as you can manage, and then release the trunk down. So again, the same principle. The leg is pressing down, the hands are going out to the sides, releasing the shoulders down, and now press the knee into the trunk. The right knee is going into the trunk. This is a compact pose. So stay in that pose, toes up, heel away from you, the shoulders are moving away from the neck. And now inhale, and let's do the other leg. So now hold the back of the left thigh, hold the shin, bring the foot towards the heel towards its own groin, and now stretch your trunk along the right leg. So now the left leg is stretched in front of you, left toes up, left heel moving away from you, and let's use the belt. So push the chest forward to start with, and now let's start stretching the sides of the body. Move the dorsal in and see if you can hold the foot. So stretch the trunk along the leg. Have both buttock bones pressing down into the support. And keep stretching the trunk along the leg, moving the elbows out, shoulders away from the neck. And now inhale, come up and come back to Dandasana. And let's go to the inversions now. We're going to hold them for longer today, so get ready. Okay, so have your pad ready, have your 4 blocks lengthways next to each other, and place the pad on the mat, but also have the chair on the mat so it doesn't slide, and the chair is on the head side. And now when you have a blanket, ensure that it is even with the pads. Okay, so let's go to Halasana first. Remember to have your C7 onto the pad. So take your trunk back and have the bottom third of the neck and your shoulders onto the pad. So you can measure the distance with the thumb. So your thumb, when you insert it onto the pad, that's approximately where your shoulders should be. So 5 centimeters, about 5 centimeters into the pad. And now to measure the distance, just a reminder of your chair from the pad, you need to stretch your arms out and back until you have the right distance, so your hands are completely stretched. And now bring the hands back and underneath your buttocks, bend your knees, and now launch your legs up and over, tuck your toes under, and now support your back. So whatever you do, support your back, bring your palms towards your shoulders, and now move your elbows in. Keep pressing the legs towards the ceiling. Keep your legs straight, heels moving away from you, toes towards you. So this is Halasana. You can see my buttocks are still lifting. So we're going to hold that pose for a couple of breaths. You're stretching the sides of the body, and the bottom third of the neck should be on the pad. So keep that in mind. Keep your legs straight. And now lift your right leg up to the ceiling. So one leg up to the ceiling, the left leg is still straight onto the chair. The right leg is vertical. You push your heel towards the ceiling, towards the sky, toes towards you. And now release the right leg down. And now take your left leg up. So left leg is straight. Keep your heel up, toes moving towards you. So the leg is vertical. And now release the leg down. So refresh the pose. Move your elbows in. Take your hands down to the shoulders. And now take your right leg down, up, left leg up, and go to the shoulder stand. So see if you can do it with both legs up. Otherwise, stay in Halasana. Push your buttocks in, toes down, heels up. So you're pushing the legs up. Your legs are one leg. So press the inner legs together. Keep pushing the buttocks up. Legs back. So your weight is on the elbows as well. And you're lengthening the front body. Push the buttocks in. And now take the legs down. So one by one, coming back to Halasana. So stay in Halasana again. Lift your buttocks up. And now bend your knees and take your hands towards the buttocks and carefully unroll. And now we're going to Shavasana. So start with your knees bent, release the trunk down, have the blanket for your neck, release the neck onto the blanket, lengthen the back of the neck, and now stretch the legs one by one. So if you're not entirely on the mat, adjust yourself so your body is on the mat completely. And now tuck the elbows in, hold the sides of the mat, lift the chest up and move the shoulder blades down, release the trunk down. So keep the shoulders moving away from the neck. The chin is moving towards the chest. And your legs are completely relaxed. The toes are turning out. Your dorsal spine is slightly lifting, but your lumbar spine was receding down onto the mat. So think about your Shavasana as Tadasana. You're pressing the back body into the floor. And just remember, if you feel any discomfort in the back, bend your knees, take the feet out towards the sides of the mat. So actually, if you feel that your lumbar is not touching the floor, lift your hips up and slide your hands down the back, release the trunk down. So your lumbar is pressing into the mat, and now stretch the legs again. Turn your palms to the ceiling. And just relax the body completely. Take your attention to the back body. Feel the back body pressing into the mat. Relax the face muscles. You can part your lips. Let the tongue recede into the bottom of the mouth. Relax the eyelids. Keep breathing through the nose. Soft, smooth cycles of inhalation and exhalation. Keep your attention inwards. Keep breathing in your own pace. And now when you're ready, bend your knees, bring your feet onto the mat, roll onto your right side completely and stay there for a couple of breaths. And now press down onto the left hand, counter sitting, sit with your legs crossed, place your palms at the sternum bone, stretch the spine again, release the shoulders down. And now extend the back of the neck, bow your head, release the hands down onto your thighs, inhale, lift your neck, your head, exhale and open your eyes. Thank you very much for doing the practice with me. That was week 11. I'll see you soon in week 12.